The next topic is, what do women offer men in relationships? This question was inspired by a video that someone shared with me, where a woman tells, people flat out that she has nothing to offer. And I want to go ahead and play the video, and I want to find out what you guys think about it. All right. So let me go ahead and share my screen.
So the point of me making this live was basically, I realized today that I have nothing to offer a man. Nothing. And I feel like it took, number one, it took me 32 years to realize it, because I just found that out today. So I was today years old when I realized it. And then it took me a lot of pride swallowing to be able to admit it. I'm going to tell you why I feel the way I feel. This is not based off anyone else. This is only based off myself. But I just wanted to share it just in case it may help somebody else. I feel like I don't have anything to offer to a man because a man asked me what I had to offer him. And it was the way he asked that made me realize that I don't. He simply stated, I realize that you're single, but tell me, what would I benefit from having you as my woman? Now, outside of the basics, like, oh, I look nice, I can cook, I work, I didn't have nothing else to offer. And the reason I realized that I did it is because I got to thinking about myself. And all I've been doing for so many years is just working and taking care of kids. I don't know necessarily what I'm into, so there goes hobbies. I'm not necessarily sure my feminine level of energy, because majority of my relationships I wore the pants. So how can you, as a woman, offer to be a woman to a man if you've never fully been a woman? I am a woman because I'm a female, but I'm talking about like actually be a woman, like to a man. I've never experienced that, so I don't know what that feels like. So I can't honestly say that I have anything to offer as far as a woman outside of just being a woman. So that means all I really do have to offer is some pussy because I'm a woman and we have one. That's really not enough. I can't honestly say I can offer you a nurturing environment, because I'm too frustrated about the children that I have and the lack of help that I have with them. So it's like I can't necessarily be so nurturing to you when I'm frustrated at the amount of nurturing that I'm already doing. So therefore, I know I can't offer you that. I can offer cooking for you, but then to me, it comes at a price, because if you're coming and you're sitting and you're eating my food and you're not providing any of it, I'm going to feel away. So now I'm offering you bitterness. That's not anything a man wants. Why would you want a bitter female? Well, I'm bitter because of my own merits. So it's not your job to fix the bitterness, it's my job to fix. As much as I want a man to come to me ready, able to provide, work, and handle himself, I think that me as a female, I need to have my emotions in check, because if a man wants peace, I don't have any, because I'm frustrated. I'm bitter, I'm emotional, I'm upset. So I made this video because today I realized that I don't have anything to offer a man.
All right. So I want to know what you all think. What do you all think? Well, what do you think about the video, but also answer the question, what do women offer men in relationships? Who likes to go first?
I just want to say, bless that woman. Bless that woman. She's definitely an inspiration to some that may not realize that they, what they do and what they do not. If they do bring stuff to the table, maybe it would bring to light what it is that they actually feel like they do bring, and the ones that don't realize that they don't. And that's where the healing process begins, just knowing that you don't. And it's like, okay, well, now what can I do to improve that? It's not to be like, I don't, and then just go about your business doing what you're doing. It's about improvement. So I think that's the first step, that the fact that she, that she was brave enough to say publicly that she don't bring anything to the table. And the fact that she cooks is something. I think that's that's additive added to that. But like she said, she's gonna bring bitterness with it. It kind of cancels out. So if you're looking for top notch, I think you should bring top notch with you. So
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. All right, what do you think, Darren? What do you think? Long pause.
Yeah, it's a lot of things, a lot of stuff I want to call her, but I'm gonna be sensitive to her right now. I think I'm gonna talk about what she said first. I think she lacks confidence. She has low self-esteem. She might do have some bitterness. I don't think she's been validated at all in life by no man she ever messed with. Because if she says she has no value, period, like with anybody she dated, she has kids with a guy, and she doesn't even have value as in being a mother. But she says all she do is take care of kids and work. So that's value right there. She's taking care of kids. So I don't know why she can't see that. Maybe because the dudes that she had kids with is just steady tearing her down, which is causing her to think she's nothing. But I don't know how her kids are living. But even if she is only offering coochie, then maybe she's only messing with dudes that want coochie. So that's something that she's offering, right? I'm just not understanding that unless I dated every woman in the world and every woman told me that I'm nothing, that's when I'm gonna be like, okay, I have nothing to offer women. But she just had a string of bad luck with guys, and she's just like down about it. And it's just drained her confidence for her to be talking like that, you know.
But she 32 and single. Wouldn't that be a clue that she is not offering anything to the man? Not saying that has to be the case, but isn't that indicative of her singleness? The fact that
that just means
through a relationship. Like guys they're not gonna come out and say, you don't have nothing to bring to the table. I mean, they're getting what they want while they're getting it, and then they move on to the next. Like guys ain't gonna, write you. It's not like what do you call when you leave a company, an exit meeting where they're like, okay, this is what you could have improved on, which is what we should do, but we don't. We just move on. You know what I'm saying? So she don't know.
Tony,
she don't know that she's not bringing anything to the table.
Will write a woman an exit letter and tell them what they could improve on.
I think that women should do it for men. I think men should do it for women. Like both people, it's not one sided. But I think it takes an extreme amount of confidence for her to publicly say that she don't bring anything to the table. Like, what do you have to bring to gain from that? But embarrassment as a woman. Like women, I think number one fear is probably something that a man might do to them, and then number two is embarrassment. And so she publicly embarrassed herself,
I don't think she just publicly embarrassed herself as far as what I've been seeing from society and what they've been saying. A lot of women has been on her side, and of course the men has been on her side because this gives them a lot of ammo. For one, they like, I told y'all women that y'all ain't, we don't need y'all and this and that. So that's what. And let's be honest, it's a lot of low self-esteem women in the world. And it's been constructed that way because men have been in society. We've been kind of raised to make sure that they have low self-esteem so we can better deal with them. That's why a lot of men don't want women making more money than them, don't want them working. That's why a lot of men say we don't care about an educated woman. That's all got to do with making a woman feel devalued. That's making a woman feel low about themselves so they can feel better about themselves. And that's why she's feeling the way she's feeling.
Well, I think that she's being honest though
about
the baggage that she's bringing, and maybe she's not ready to be in a relationship, and
that's
maybe
different from
is. But I don't think
from saying I'm not ready and I have nothing to offer.
Well, okay, but maybe right, and I agree. Maybe she does. She has something to offer, and maybe she needs to figure out what that something is.
She ain't discovered it yet.
I think what she's saying is right now I got emotional baggage. I don't trust. I'm not nurturing. I'm not going to be patient with you. I'm not going to be loving to you because I got these kids. They getting on my nerves. I really don't want them. I'm mad because the man that I have the kids with is not with me.
But the reason
frustrated. So she's saying, you know what? Right now, I really don't have anything to offer me.
But the reason I say is low self-esteem is because she's making a lot of assumptions. And when you make assumptions, that has something to do with how you feel about yourself. Because she's saying, if I cook you something, then maybe this and maybe that's a lot of assumptions she's making about what would she do and how somebody react. So that's got something to do with how she feels about herself.
What I thought was she probably had a conversation with some men or maybe a man that day who told her, well, look, you ain't no woman that I would want, and probably broke her down and made her feel all these things. So she's probably emotionally reacting.
A woman can't tell me something and I just be like, oh, I'm not a man.
I believe that she knows that there's truth in what whoever told her this, wherever she learned this from. She said she was today years old when she learned that she had nothing to offer. I don't know what caused her to realize this. And we know that she has something to offer, right? I'm sure she knows she has some children. She probably knows some tricks and strategies on how to raise them, get them to behave. She, who knows? She says she doesn't have any hobbies, but there's probably something she's good at. Maybe
somebody or some people.
But what I'm saying is so I think we're caught up on the statement, I don't have anything to offer. That's a very strong, extreme statement.
I mean, what's wrong with it though? What is wrong with that statement? What is wrong with you admitting that I don't feel really good about myself these days? That's low self-esteem, hence the word self and esteem. She sees herself this way.
Yeah, it's like if you Darwin, if you go to a boxing gym, you feel like you fight. We talked about, I think you mentioned fighting on the other show, fighting tall guys or whatever because they think they can fight or whatever. It's kind of like if you go to an actual boxing gym, right, and you go in there thinking you can fight, and then they beat you up. Well, you know what? I thought I could fight, but I actually can't fight. It's like, cool. Now the real training can begin. Now we can start teaching you the proper way to jab, the proper way to duck, hook, and stuff.
I can beat somebody. No.
I mean.
Well, yeah, I'm saying, but she will please somebody. You get what I'm saying? But she's not a champion,
right?
We raise the champions over here.
You only need to be a champion to one person. When we talk about relationships, you only have to be valuable to one person.
But I'm saying, what if you, for example, would you want to be a champion of the alley street fights on 87, or do you want to be a champion of the world? It's who do you want to be? She might not want to be that type. She want to be a real champion.
And let me go further. She raised
realized,
kids.
I'm out of my league.
She may not know right now.
Right, exactly. But at least I think that's the best thing for you to do is just
admit,
what? I don't know anything.
We can solve this.
Huh?
Everybody on this panel, who thinks this woman has value? I do.
I do.
I believe she has value.
I think she has value. But when
her feelings are her feelings, and she's right for having those feelings, but she's still wrong.
Well, I mean, is this really a right or wrong, or is this I'm being honest and I'm being transparent on the Facebook Live, and I'm telling y'all it was today that I realized I don't have nothing to offer because I work all the time and I just care for my kids.
This is mental health on the reverse side. She just ain't killing nobody. Okay.
But what I'm saying is when somebody's not doing well, it's not a. It is okay for you to be in a funk if that's what you need to do. I think so. There's a class that I teach, moral recognition therapy, right? This is the best way I can break this down. The first stage that my clients have to go through is honesty and trust. She at stage 1. She honest about what she need to change about herself. She just told us that I'm a single mother who really most of my time is taken up with working and taking care of children. Mm-hmm. She further went on to say, I don't really, know what I like. I don't know my hobbies. And the parents on the line, and I know, let me just speak for me. I went through a phase because I only have one child, and there's a reason why I'm equipped to just have one. I went through a phase where I kind of lost myself for a minute. All I was doing every day was, because I wasn't working at the time, was getting up for 3 a.m. feedings, getting up, taking a nap when the baby did, doing housework, cooking dinner, whatever. And I repeated that for 90-something days. And I remember I saw myself in the mirror and was like, who is this? Because this ain't Javonda.
But would you say during those 90 days you had nothing to offer your husband?
Probably 80-something of them days, absolutely. And I'm okay with saying that. But you said you were taking
care of the baby and you were taking care of the home. And you were
right.
So you find value in that?
What did I find value in what I was doing? Most days I did, and then other days I wanted to pull all my hair out.
But that's a feeling, right? So like I said, her feelings are, she's right about, you can't tell nobody how they feel. If she feel like she don't have nothing to offer, I get it, and I agree with her. I can't tell how she's.
That's her thought. That's her thought.
That's
her thought, and her behavior is evidence of that. Because what does she say she does the majority of the time? She works and takes care of her kids, right? A person who has a different thought of, you know, I think I'm a great woman because I may like poetry and I like to write and I have strong political views. Her behavior is going to match up with that thinking because our thoughts control our behavior. So this is clearly a woman who has a perception of self, and I think it's temporarily because y'all know me. If y'all haven't learned anything about me by now, I'm pessimistic and I'm hopeful, and I try to keep an open mind.
Did you say you pessimistic?
Optimistic.
Not pessimistic, optimistic. That's what I meant to say.
I was riding with it. I just rolled with it. Like, okay.
But what Tony said earlier about men and women being honest when they know they're not going to work out with somebody or they know they're breaking up and they come to a place where they can actually ask each other, okay, what were my strengths? What were my weaknesses? What would you tell me to do moving forward in the next relationship? Do you know how brilliant that would be?
Absolutely.
Do you know that on my wedding anniversary that me and my husband, we have these conversations? How can I be a better wife? What I need to do better the next year?
To you
fell for that, Jovo? You fell for that?
Ain't no fail. Hey, and we remind each other throughout the year. Remember what we said?
Okay.
Hold on.
It's helpful.
So if someone broke up with you, obviously they don't like you. So you will want an letter of them telling you what you should change. Of course, and you're going to take that into your next relationship. I don't think so.
Well,
I didn't say that. I said I'm gonna take heed to what they're saying.
You gonna take heed to someone you don't want to be with. In theory, that sounds good, but I don't want to
monopolize the conversation. But the pink elephant in the room is how open are we to not only criticism from other people, but criticism towards ourselves. Like on Insecure, you know, Issa got two personalities, right? She got the Issa that's looking in the mirror and the one that live in the mirror, right? Mm-hmm. And she goes back and forth with those women. Mm-hmm. Women do it. We do it. I do it to myself. Ashley, Cannon, there's that other woman inside of you where you kind of check yourself like, girl, like what the hell? Oh, girl. You know, what you doing?
You ever felt like you are useless?
Have I ever thought I was useless?
Yeah.
Oh. Who, me? You asking me?
Yeah. I just
all of us? Has there been you talking to somebody who
hell no.
Who you talking to somebody who has dealt with self-esteem before, like low self-esteem? I've been kind of where she is without the kids and without the rawness of all I got to offer is in between my legs.
But can you differentiate how you feel and what's really going on? Though? Like if you say you woke up 80% of them time, you woke up and felt like you didn't have nothing to value. Can you look back and say right now, like, I think I did. I just felt that way.
I do. I see where you're going with this. Feelings are not facts. They are feelings. I get where you're going with that. I understand that. But this video, this is not a right or wrong, bad or good. This is somebody who was transparent enough to say, I woke up today and I realized that basically all I do is work and take care of my kids. Right now, I don't have the capacity, nor do I have what it might take to be in a relationship with certain men. That's what she said.
Set y'all back 50 years.
Hey,
no.
Hey, 50 years. I mark my words. Y'all go hear y'all gonna be seeing this video every time y'all say some crazy to a dude. He gonna say, listen here, you ain't worth. I'm telling you, y'all just set yourself back 50 years.